In this video of myth busting, I'm going to bust a myth that people have when maybe they look at other people who are successful, or maybe they look at long established platforms like YouTube, which has been around for a while, Twitter, Facebook, they've been around for a while now. They haven't been around for decades, but they have been around for a while. They have hundreds of millions of users, some in the billions. So the common myth in this scenario is that it's too late for me to build an audience on these platforms and become successful. The thinking is that there are so many options available within my niche. There are so many people on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook who talk about and post the same type of things that I would post, but the only difference is that they have millions of people within their audiences. So how exactly am I going to compete with that? So many people conclude that it's too late for them because of the large amount of options available, and also some of these people have really large audiences. So what do you do in that situation? Well, the first thing is that there are always new platforms coming out. Periscope is a new platform where a lot of people are starting to dominate it, and you don't necessarily need a big audience on other platforms. It does help, but as long as you're willing to post awesome stuff on Periscope, then you are going to eventually get the audience as you continue to maybe follow others as a means of getting more followers or engaging with your audience through a certain mean. So the new platforms that are coming out are equalizing the playing field by allowing people who were a little late to the party on other platforms get that opportunity on the newer platforms. And then you have new platforms like Anchor and Posting Waves, and this is something I'm excited about. I haven't really heard much about Anchor. I heard about it just a few days ago, so I'm going into that. But that's just another new platform that's coming out, that's getting a lot of attention, and it's the type of atmosphere where anyone can thrive on, especially in the beginning of that new platform getting released. But here comes the problem. The problem is that there are people who hear that and say, oh, especially in the beginning, and then they think, it's too late for me to go on YouTube or go on Twitter and grow a large audience. Well, success isn't about when you actually come into the party. Success is about how smartly you work. That's what it all comes down to. You could be like 2 decades late to the party. Like if YouTube is constantly and still growing and it's still the big hub, which I expect it to be, but like 2 decades from now, if you decide, oh, I want to join YouTube, you're still not late to the party if you are going to work smart and then put in the work to upload the videos, publish them, grow your audience. It's not a matter of when you join, because you could join on day one. Like you could have joined on day one of YouTube, but the amount of work you put in ultimately determines your success. So there are people who join YouTube later on, later after several other people became successful and have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They joined later and they are successful. So it's not a matter of when you join or when you start to pursue a certain path. It's a matter of what you do once you start and how smartly you work. The easiest way to become successful, in my opinion, is to simplify your approach. Many people like to create this ginormous plan and make it as complex as possible for themselves to become successful. The theory is that complex plan, that means it's a very detailed plan. That means some stuff is bound to work. That means if I actually get all this stuff done, I'll become successful. The problem is that it's very difficult to actually tackle the work associated with a complex plan. And in the end, your time gets spread too thin and you're getting mediocre results all across the board. Instead of getting mediocre results all across the board, you want to get incredible results from one particular area. So If you put in all of your heart and soul and your time towards one particular platform, then you are going to grow on that platform. It doesn't matter whether you start now, even though the platform's already been established. It doesn't matter if you start a year from now. It doesn't even matter if you start 5 years from now. Just have the focus, get the work done, work smartly, and then you can become successful on the platform or the opportunity that you are pursuing. It's not about who got to the party when and who's late and who's not. It's a matter of what type of work you produce. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm eager to hear what you thought about the video, so whether like or dislike, it just gives me an idea of how I did with this video. And if you have any questions about digital marketing or motivation or anything else related to becoming successful, then I encourage you to post your question at the bottom of the video, because I reply to your comments and I also use your comments as inspiration for my upcoming YouTube videos. So that is all for this video. I hope it has served you, and what I want you to do is to dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today.